G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, I've just published an article titled, "Why is US President Joe Biden giving Julian Assange a get out of jail free card now?" And it's an important article because a lot of people on social media are trying to claim credit or giving credit to certain people for getting Julian Assange out of jail. But the reality is, it's a stock standard, well, not a stock standard, but a settlement between two parties. A couple of weeks before a court case was meant to have its hearing on the July 9th and 10th, and where one party, the US, knew they were going to lose. So they negotiated a settlement very quickly. Now, I'll read you a part of the article, but you can click on the link below this video on YouTube and it'll take you to the article and you'll read the full article and watch the videos. Now, the article starts off, Julian Assange is free and set to finalise a deal with the US in the next day or so, which should see him back in Australia by Thursday or Friday at the latest. On the face of it, there are two key factors for the US negotiating the deal and one key factor for Julian Assange accepting the deal. Firstly, the US were almost certain to lose the next court hearing in the UK for their Julian Assange extradition attempt. Given the US had failed to give the UK court the assurances they asked for regarding Assange's legal rights in the US. The Guardian reported the assurances requested were that he were permitted to rely on the First Amendment in the US Constitution, which protects freedom of speech, that he would not be prejudiced at the trial due to his nationality, and that the death penalty would not be imposed. The judges accepted there was an arguable case that he could be discriminated against after being told that a US prosecutor had said the First Amendment may not apply to foreigners when it came to national security issues. In fact, the US had in effect lost the last two court hearings on the same issues, so they would have known for a fact that they stood no chance of winning the next hearing. Reuters reported on the 11th of June 2024 that the hearing was set down for the 9th and 10th of July 2024, which meant a decision was almost certain to be handed down before the US presidential elections on the 5th of November 2024, which is the second key factor motivating the US to settle the matter. US President Joe Biden was faced with the real possibility that Julian Assange would win his case in the UK and be free before the presidential election. Julian Assange winning his court case in the UK and walking free would have been very embarrassing for the US and President Joe Biden. In fact, it would have also been very embarrassing for the UK government and UK courts, who have kept Assange locked up for 5 years, and also the Australian government, who have done very little to help Assange other than an occasional lip service. I thought it was important to write this article as a lot of people are falsely claiming credit for Julian Assange's release. President Joe Biden had a major incentive to negotiate a deal now and quickly to avoid the embarrassment of losing the court case set down for hearing only 2 weeks away on the 9th and 10th of July. There is nothing special about parties to a court case negotiating a deal before a hearing, especially when one party knows they will lose. What is special about this matter is how long the US was able to drag out the matter, given they had no case, as exposing war crimes is not a crime. The reality is Assange, his legal team and his supporters fought the good fight and were about to win in court, and the US and Joe Biden knew it, so they cut any deal they could to save face. Obviously, it was a deal that Assange was happy to take, so he could move on with his life with some certainty. Everyone who spent even a small amount of time over the last 10 years or more supporting Julian Assange can take some credit for his release. Julian Assange's wife, Stella, sums it up best as per below, where she says, "Julian is free. Words cannot express our immense gratitude to you, yes, you, who have all mobilised for years and years to make this come true. Thank you, thank you, thank you." The big question I have is, will Julian Assange run for federal parliament again, like he did back in 2013? That would be interesting to say the least. As it currently stands, Julian Assange isn't back in Australia yet, so we'll wait until then before I say more. And please share this video on social media, and please hit the like and subscribe button. And Kangaroo Court of Australia's independent media. I publish a website and a YouTube channel, and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself, so please support my Patreon account or PayPal account. And like I said at the beginning, the link for the article I just published will be below this video on YouTube, so make sure you click on that and read the other information. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.